Okay, now to make these terms more clear, we have a question which is taken from your book. Question number 6.6, part A. A pair of dice is rolled. List the elements of sample space. Let A denote the event the sum is less than 5, and B the event a 6 occurs on either die. List the elements of S corresponding to events A and B. So this example or this question will make the difference of sample space and events more clear. So as I told you before, that sample space is different for each situation or each experiment, you can say. So here the experiment is a pair of dice, not one but two dice are rolled here. So first of all, we'll create or list the elements of sample space when two dice are rolled. When two dice are rolled, for example, this is dice 1 and this is dice 2, and when you roll them together, let's suppose on first dice comes 1 and on second dice comes 2, and there are many ways in which you roll the dice and different results come. Now first of all, we need to know that how many elements or how many outcomes will be in a sample space. So what is the experiment? Experiment is of a die, a pair of a die. How many outcomes are in one dice? There are 6 number of items in a sample space. There are 6 outcomes in one die, but here we are using 2 dice, so we will put power of 2 on 6. So when we take power of 2 on 6, it becomes 36. So there will be 36 possible outcomes or elements of sample space. Now we all know that sample space is represented by S. Now how we will write? First of all, we will write the first possible item of that can occur on first die and second possible item that can occur on second. So this is possible that one occur on each die, then 1 2, then 1 3, then 1 on first and 4 on second die, 1 5, 1 6. Again for 2, maybe 2 occurs on first and 1 occur on second die, and then so on, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4, 2 5, 2 6. Again 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4, 3 5, 3 6, 4 1, 4 2, 4 3, 4 4, 4 5, 4 6, 5 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4, 5 5, 5 6, and then 6 1, 6 2, 6 3, 6 4, 6 5, and 6 6. So these are all possible elements of sample space S, and if you count them, these are 36. Now next step, let A is the event which denotes the sum of is less than 5. Sum of what? Sum of both the number which occurs on both dice. Sum of this is 2, then 1 plus 2 3, then 1 plus 3 4, and so on. So now event A will contain only those elements whose sum is less than 5. So 1 plus 1 2, which is less than 5. So we will write in this A. Again 1 plus 2 is 3, which is again less than 5. Then 1 plus 3 is 4, which is again less than 5. But 1 plus 4 is 5, which is equal to 5 but not less than 5. So we don't include this, and so on. We cannot include these 3 items. Then for next, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So we can include this. Then 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. We can include it. Then 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So we cannot include this. Then 3 plus 1 is 4. We can include it. And the rest are greater than or equal to 5. So we don't include them here. So here event A will contain 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 2 1, 2 2, and 3 1 items or elements. Now event B. Event B, a 6 occurs on either die. On either die means on first die or on second die. So here we can see that in the last line 6 occurs on first die, and from here 6 occurs on second die. So we will write these all items, which is 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6, 6 1, 6 2, 6 3, 6 4, 6 5, and 6 6. So we can include 6 6 also, because here is no restriction that a 6 occurs on either side. So here 6 occurs on both sides, so we can include 6 6 item. Now what else we have to do? List the elements. Yes, we have listed all the elements of sample space, event A and event B. So here you can see the clear difference between the sample space, which consists of all the outcomes of an experiment, and then event A and event B are given according to your question, according to your problem. Then you can manage this. Okay, now part B of this question. Here we have to do almost similar work, but there is slightly a difference. 2 dice are rolled. Again 2 dice are rolled, so we can use the same sample space which we have used in part A. You have to rewrite it. I am not writing, but you have to rewrite this for each of the part or each of the problem. You have to rewrite your sample space. Now here events are different. Let A be the event that the sum of dots on the faces shown is odd, and B represents the event that there is at least 1 3 shown. ठीक है? So we will use the same sample space as it is in part A, and here I am not rewriting it, but whenever you do the question or you have to solve the question in exams or in test or in your textbook, in your notebook, so you can you have to write the sample space again. But here according to part B, now event A changes. Event A is now that the sum of dots on the faces means these on the face on the top face shown is odd. Now the sum should be odd. 1 plus 1 is 2, so it is even, it is not odd. 1 plus 2 is odd, so we will take 1 plus 2. Again this is even, and 1 plus 4 is odd. 1 plus 6 is odd. 2 1 is odd. 3 2 3 is odd. 2 5 is odd. 3 2 is odd. 3 4 is odd. 3 6 is odd. 4 1 is odd. 4 2 4 3 is odd, and 4 5 is odd. Next, 5 2 is odd. 5 4 5 6 6 1 6 3 6 5. So these are all the elements whose sum is odd. Now what B says, event B says that the event that there is at least one 3 shown, at least one 3 shown. Here we can see on these all elements at least one 3 is shown, and on these all elements at least one 3 is shown. So we will write those elements in which at least 1 times 3 occurs. So these are all the elements in which at least 1 times 3 occur. Now here automatically you can see that in situation or in the problem which is given to you, what event A represent and what event B represent, and we have already computed we have already enlisted event A and event B. Now what next we have to do is describe A union B, which we have discussed in one example, but here also in this question we have to find A union B. A union B, as I have told you or discussed before, that union means we have to combine both the items or both the elements of event A and event B in one set. So how now we'll start writing the items of both events. Here are some items which are present in both the events, so we will write just once. Okay, now 1 3 is not present in 1 3 is not present in event A, so we will write here 1 3 1 3, but 2 3 is already present in A, so we will not rewrite it again. 3 3 we will write here. 3 1 3 4 is already present here, so we are not going to write 3 4 again. Then 5 3 6 3 is present already, and 4 3 3 4 is already here. 3 2 is already here. 3 5 3 6 3 6 is here. So this is the set which represent A union B. Now A intersection B, in A intersection B, as I have told you before, that in intersection we write the common elements which are present in both A and set A and set B, or event A or event B. So we will write A intersection B, which will be equal to both elements which are present in both A and B. Now we can see that 1 3 is not present in A, 2 3 is present in A, so it is common. 3 3 is not common. 3 1 is also not common. 4 3, then 6 3, then 3 4, then 3 2, then 3 6. So these are all the elements which are present in both the events A and B. So this is A intersection B. Now A minus B. A minus B means that we have to subtract all the elements which are present in B from A. So here we'll see 1 2 is not in B, so we can write 1 4 is again not in B. 1 6 2 1, but 2 3 is present in event B, so we will not write, we will minus that. Again 2 5 3 2 we will not write. 3 4 we will 3 4 we will not write, 3 6 we will exclude, then we will write 4 1, 4 3 is excluded, 4 5, 5 2, 5 4, 5 6, 6 1, 6 3, oh sorry, 6 3 is excluded, so we will write 6 5. Now last one is A intersection B complement union A complement. Now here I will find first of all A complement. A complement, as I have told you before, that universal set minus A. Here universal set is the S set, the sample space. The sample space is also called the universal set because it consists of all the items or all the outcomes of an experiment. So we can write here S minus A. So we will subtract all the items of A, set A, from the sample space. Here we have the sample space. We will subtract all the items of A from the sample space. 1 1, 1 3, 1 5, 2 2, 2 4, 2 6, 3 1, 3 3, 3 5, 4 2, 4 4, 4 6, 5 1, 5 3, 5 5, 6 2, 6 4, 6 6. So this is A complement, and similarly we will do this for B complement. We will subtract B from S. So when we subtract B from S, we will find 1 1, 1 2, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6, 2 1, 2 2, 2 4, 2 5, 2 6, 4 1, 4 2, 4 4, 4 5, 4 6, 5 1, 5 2, 5 4, 5 5, 5 6, 6 1, 6 2, 6 4, 6 5, 6 6. So this is the set B complement. Now question was A intersection B complement and then union A complement. So first of all, A intersection B complement. We have to find A intersection B complement. This is set B complement and this is set A. So we will find the common points in set A, which is this 1 2 1 4 1 6, then 2 5 2 1, then 4 1 4 5, then 5 2 5 4, 6 1 and 6 5. Now I am going to write this in this set: 1 2 1 4 1 6 2 1 2 5 4 1 4 5 5 2 5 4 6 1 and 6 5. Now A intersection B complement, whole union A complement. So we have this previously we have discussed set A complement. So we will combine the items of this set with A complement. Which is 1 1 1 3 1 5. Okay. 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 1 6. Then 2 1 2 2 2 3 is not present here, so we will write 2 4. 2 4 2 5 2 6 3 1 3 3 3 1 3 3 3 5, then 4 1 4 2 4 4 4 5 5 1 5 2 5 3 5 4 5 5 sorry 5 3 is not here present here. 5 5 5 4 6 5 and 6 1 6 2 6 4 6 6. So this is our last part. So this is the way how we construct the sample space and events, and then how we perform the intersection, union and complementation of set. So I think this would be more clear to you now. Now the next topic is events. We have studied events. So there are two main types of events. One is mutually exclusive event. One type is mutually exclusive events and the other type is non mutually exclusive events. Now mutually exclusive events are those in which the common points, there are no common point. If one occur, the occurrence of other is impossible. We can say that the two events are mutually exclusive if they cannot both occur at the same time. For example, if we are, as we have discussed the example and question on rolling a die. So if you roll a die, so the number comes from 1 to 6. Now even number and odd number both cannot occur at the same time. So even and odd numbers are the set. If A represent even number and B represent odd numbers, so they both cannot occur at the same time. This means that they are mutually exclusive. And non-mutually exclusive are those events which have some common point. So this is basically the main difference about mutually exclusive and non-mutually exclusive, that in mutually exclusive there is no common point. If one event occur, the other event cannot occur. And the non-mutually exclusive events are those which have some common points in them. Okay. Now the next topic is counting techniques. Counting techniques. We have two main counting techniques: permutation and second one is combination. These both counting techniques are used for counting the elements of sample space or the counting all possible outcomes. For example, if there are more than 100 or more than 50 or 100 outcomes, and from those outcomes you have to select 10 outcomes, then in how many ways you are you going to select these items? There are there are so many ways, and this you cannot measure in or write in manually. So for this we use some counting techniques. For example, you have n possible items, and from these n possible items you have to select r possible item. Then in how many ways it is possible? For example, let's say you have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have to select r is equal to 2 items. Then in how many ways it is possible to select 2 items? Either it is number 1 or 2, either it is 2 or 3, either it is 3 or 4, and so on. So this is only 2 from 4, but there are so many there are problems in which you have to select 10 items from 100 items. Then manually it is not possible, or it is very difficult. So then we use some techniques, some counting techniques, to know the total number of ways in which the selection can be done. So first one is permutation. Permutation is the number of ways of selection of R objects from N objects with regard to order and position. For example, you have some position, you have 10 students and you have to select positions first, second and third from these 10 students. So this now in this example, position comes, order comes, because we know that the first position is different from second position and second position is different from third position. They all are not considered same. So in